We look at leaves in the fall, we go sledding in winter, we swim in summer, but we spend money all year round.
That's right, but Jimmy Rhodes found out we shell out more during some parts of the year than in others, and not for the reasons you'd expect.
Discovering our spending habits by season is our featured story at the top of the list.
We know the seasons affect what we do. Turns out they affect how we spend, too.
Maybe you think the holiday time is when you spend the most amount of money.
And while Santa Claus's elf-fueled holiday industrial complex matters, it's not the key driver to seasonal spending. Neurobranding expert Allie Craig says the real reasons are in our brainstem.
The trigger is actually our biology at play.
We're running down the reasons we spend by season, starting with when we drop the most dinero, winter, and the spending extends beyond December gift giving.
Winter goes into January and February. Amazon sales go up. You're going to see spikes in all those fashion outlet stores.
A survey by personal finance website lendedu.com confirmed that Americans spent the most in the winter months. The reason?
It's the lack of sunlight that's actually making that occur.
Hey, when seasonal affective disorder kicks in, it's either booze, food, or shopping.
It's not necessarily anything we actually need. We're just shopping purely for entertainment.
What else are you going to do? Scrape a windshield?
It allows us to have a little fun, a little excitement. It increases our dopamine for 48 hours after we buy something.
And yes, that's a better dopamine boost than you get from sex.
Why not just hit the buy button? It's less committal, and you can always return if you don't like it.
Whereas you can't return that regrettable evening with Bobby from sales. Coming in at second place, summer.
Studies show that as soon as daylight savings hits in spring, sales go up across the board.
According to the Motley Fool, fear of missing out adds to summer spending.
When the sunlight actually increases, we think we need to do more, and sometimes doing is simply buying.
Okay, if you're keeping score at home, you've already figured out that we spend the least during the changing seasons.
You would think with spring being a lot of graduation times and family times, in the fall the kids are getting back to school, we'd be spending a lot of money. But because we're getting out of either winter or summer, our two highest spending times, we actually don't spend as much money.
Coming out of the big spending seasons of winter and summer, we get a little sticker shock and buckle back down.
In fall, we're beginning to have less savings, so our spending decreases just a smidge. And with spring, we're beginning to change what we're purchasing, so it's no longer just impulse buys, it's items of necessity again.
Going back to basics fills our war chest for the next season's spending. Understanding how the seasons affect spending is at the top of the list.